Another database feature of Excel is something called filtering. Filtering does for Excel basically what a search engine does for the internet. When you type in words in a search engine, it retrieves pages that have those words on them and it hides the rest. When you do a filter in Excel, you give Excel a rule for determining which records to show you, and it'll show you those and it'll hide the rest. So let's look at some simple examples here. Again, we've got records here. A record is a row of data. It's a collection of related fields, and I want to keep the rows of data together. So to do filtering, you just have to be in the data someplace. Again, this is on the Data tab, and it is this filter button here, the big funnel. Click on the filter button, and what happens immediately is you get these little drop down arrows at the top of every column. Let's take a look at the drop down on the major column. Because this is a text column, it'll give us a list of all of the possible values that are in that column. And let's say that I just want to select the computer science majors out of this group. So I turn off select all, I turn on CSCI, click on OK, and what I'm left with is just the computer science majors. Now a couple of things happen when you do a filter. First of all, the little arrow here at the top changes into a funnel, so I know which column has the filtering rule applied to it. Also over here on the left side, the numbers are no longer sequential because it's hiding some of them, the ones that are not computer science majors. And another visual cue that it gives you is the numbers are blue instead of black. Also, in this case it's pretty easy to count how many records there are, but with a large data set that's not always going to be easy. And down here at the bottom it tells you how many records it found out of the total number of records, so that's kind of handy sometimes too. Now if you want to turn the filter off, go back to the drop down button, and there's an option here labeled Clear Filter, and immediately all the records reappear. This changes back into a down arrow. The blue numbers on the left disappear. Now you can apply multiple records rules here. At Briarcliff, the business department houses three majors. They house accounting, business administration, and human resource management. So if I want to select all of the people who are housed in that department, I need to select all three of those and click on OK, and what I get here is 21 of 43 records. If you scroll down this list and look, everything is either HRM, BUAD, or accounting. Now just because you got a filter on doesn't mean you can't do some other database stuff. You can also sort it. After you've applied a filter, a little arrow appears here then next to the filter showing that you've got the data sorted in ascending order. If I do it the other way, the arrow points down indicating it's descending order, but most of the time we do alphabetical order on text fields. So I've selected the data and I've filtered it based on major, and then after I've done that I've sorted it. Okay, let's go back here and clear the filter, and let's try another one. Note the data is still sorted, but I've got all of the data back. Now let's go over here, and I want the advisees of Mr. Frangidakis. If I click on this, it gives me all the Frangidakis advisees, but over here I see that he has some advisees that were in business administration and some that are in HRM. I can apply multiple filters here. If I just want his business administration majors, I can get rid of these. Click on the down arrow, and it's only going to show me the values that are currently available as a result of the filter. And I'm going to turn those all off, turn BUAD on, and right now I've got 9 of 43 records. When I click on OK here, it should change to 7. You can have multiple filtering rules applied. The way that Excel interprets that is, if you have multiple rules, all of those rules have to be true in order for the record to be selected as a result of the filtering operation. And that's pretty much the way you do text filters in Excel.